The wind whistled outside the cab window, beating a familiar rhythm along the length of Interstate 40. The old freight liner, my faithful Harry, creaked and swayed like an old friend, sharing every mile with me. 30 years I've been on this road. 30 years winding hundreds of thousands of miles on the axle. And every time the truck picks up speed, I can feel the pulse of this vast country pounding. My workplace is a panoramic window through which I see America changing. When I started, it was a different country. Back then, roadside cafes were full of locals, gas stations smelled like diesel and fresh coffee, and every town seemed unique. The road was a place of stories told in the morning as the first rays of sunlight broke through the dusty windshield. Now, it's different now. I see old factories standing abandoned, their brick walls crumbling like the teeth of a dying giant. Where the machines once rumbled, now there is only silence, broken by the wind. Jobs have gone overseas or been taken over by robots. The people I meet at bus stops look more tired, more divided. We used to be able to chat for hours about the weather, soccer, or politics without ever getting into an argument. Now, it's enough to talk about something serious. And in a minute, you risk being in the center of a verbal altercation. It's as if an invisible wall has grown between people, even those who share the same road. The American dream was something I thought about in the beginning. A home of my own, a stable job, kids going to college. I saw generations chasing it. My parents, immigrants, believed in it unconditionally. For them, the dream was simple, the opportunity to work and live a decent life. I look at the endless rows of chain stores, identical motels, and fast food joints that line the highways. They have displaced small family businesses, giving the country a kind of uniformity. It used to be that to eat something truly local, you had to turn off the highway, drive into the center of town. Now, everything is at your fingertips, but there's no soul. All those countless Starbucks and Walmarts are like a giant filter through which all uniqueness is sifted, leaving only the average familiar landscape. And technology. My Harry is getting smarter and smarter. Computers monitor his every move, his fuel consumption, my sleep patterns. Soon they'll probably be able to drive without me. I sometimes feel like I'm becoming an appendage to this huge machine, not its master. People around me are staring at their smartphones. At gas stations and cafes, they are not looking at you, not at the road, but at their glowing screens. Communication is instantaneous, but the feeling of real communication is gone. What about my dream? It's changed. No more illusions of endless growth and a carefree future. My American dream is now freedom of movement. The ability to drive wherever I want, to listen to my favorite music in the cab, to watch the sunset over the horizon over the Rocky Mountains, or to fog roll in over the prairies of the Midwest. It's the feeling that I am part of something more than just a routine. I am the eyes that see this changing country. Sometimes I stop on some old, forgotten stretch of highway where grass is poking up through cracks in the asphalt. I stand by the cab, breathe in the air, the smell of earth, gasoline, sometimes even the distant scent of rain. And then I feel that despite all the changes, something fundamental in this country remains. It's its vast expanse, its nature, its indomitable spirit that still lives in the people, even if hidden behind layers of anxiety and frustration. I climb back into the cab, turn on the engine. Harry starts up with the familiar murmur. There are still hundreds of miles ahead, more than one morning and more than one sunset. America is changing, yes, but I'm still here, driving. And as I drive, I'm part of its story, its movement, its never fully told dream. And that's probably all I need.